This is a general reading for Pisces for the month of November. So Pisces, you have several different things that you're going to be addressing this month. As I see it in the cards, there's some things on the home front related to the home. Could be some disagreements, adjustments, possible move. There's also money that is showing up, that you have the Pentacles, which is the final outcome, standing firm, knowing that it's going to be evolving, changing during the month. So just be prepared for that. But before you get to that point, there are these issues related to home, related to relationships. So just be prepared, because as you're in those relationships, it's also providing clarity for you. Because if you know that something was off, this gives you the opportunity to address it. It's sort of like, the thing I've said before is, you think that in a closet or in a container is an elephant. But then when you open the door, it turns out to be a mouse. Not as big as you think it is, but there is some issues related to home, related to love, that are going to be challenges for you this month. So to be forewarned is to be forearmed, and so be prepared for some things occurring in the home. And maybe you've already had an idea, and then this is going to provide clarity for you. Now, if you're enjoying this reading, consider being a subscriber. And if you want to be notified when the videos come out, hit the little bell and you'll be notified when the videos come out. It doesn't cost anything to be a subscriber. It's absolutely free. And then you'll be notified when the videos come out. Now, let's see what's going on here with you, Pisces. The very first thing we have is that your reading is about that you've been in limbo, waiting with the Knight of Cups. Again, this is moving forward as far as a relationship. We have cups throughout your reading, and here you're the Hangman, waiting for things to happen. This could be waiting for an advancement, a clarity of a relationship, or a move. Could be some of you are deciding to move, maybe relocating, or downsizing, or just want a different energy. So right now you're just in limbo, sort of assessing where do you want to go, what's going to happen, or if it's a relationship, where is that relationship going? What is the clarity of the relationship so that you can move forward? Because we also have here you moving forward, and here's your Ace of Cups with the Chariot. So for some of you, I think you're going to move. I think that's, or move in relationship to a relationship. So it could be moving forward, getting clarity in a relationship, or it could be physically moving to a different place to live. So it depends on your situation, because at the base of it is, here you have your Four of Cups. You have the 4 and 5 of Cups in your reading. And this is with the Magician. So the 4 of Cups is sort of, you have 1 cup left. You're looking a little bit despondent, reflective of things that didn't work in the past as far as relationships. And but you do have the potential for one relationship that's on the shelf there. It's the one. Well, you have the 2 and the 2. This is the 5. Oh, 3. You have 3 cups plus 2 on the shelf. So 3 left, 2 on the shelf. So you're looking at what didn't work out. But you do have the potential for new relationships. This is a time to reflect and look at, what did you learn from this experience? What are you going to do differently in the future? This is, remember, the learning planet. And so what did you learn from this? What are you going to do differently? What are your choices going to be in the future? And there's the magician. The magician is the beginning. So it could be that you are maybe beginning a relationship, ending a relationship, and here's the infinity. So you can manifest what you want. And there you are bringing down to, from the collective, from the universe. And you have the cup, you have money, the pentacles. So what are you going to concentrate on? And what's going to happen? Because you create what you want. So the magician, and there's your new relationship. What kind of relationship do you want? Or maybe you're going to learn about yourself. That's very possible. But it's also when you have the Five of Cups and the Four of Cups, you have that in your reading too. It's learning from previous relationships. And it's learning about discernment. What are you looking for? What kind of person are you looking for in a partner? Or if it's moving, where are you going to move to? What kind of place do you want? What kind of vibe do you want? Behind you, we have more challenges. But you've already had them. You already know what they are. Because you have the Devil card and the Lovers. To me, this means a possible disagreement and split, because the Lovers is the Lover's cup, and the Devil can be disagreements. It can be maybe different goals right now. Could be the stresses of what's going on in the world. It isn't just the U.S. that's having challenges. It is globally. And maybe, with the Devil card, you have a disagreement, or you have some, it can indicate addiction issues. But I think in this case with the Lovers, that's a couple. And the Devil card is some disagreements, different goals possibly. And so there was a little bit of turmoil in the past. As you have that challenge, that turmoil, then you see the new direction that you're going. It shows you, following your intuition, what direction are you going to learn? What are you learning? What direction? And is it, looking at discernment in a relationship? What are you looking for in a relationship? Because what's crowning you, see, you've got all these challenges, is the Five of Pentacles with the Tower. Five of Pentacles can indicate lack in the Tower. Could be a loss. It could be a financial loss. It could be a loss of a job. It could be, because there are companies that are downscaling. And then there's the trickle-down effect. Because with our basics, people are maybe getting laid off because of supply and demand. There's maybe not a demand for whatever that is, or people are watching their budgets, or they don't have the money for it. And as a result of that, there's your Five of Pentacles. Then there's less money for the frilly things. People are going to have less money for recreation, less money for, beauty things, spas, vacations, all of that, which then is like trickle down. And this is like boom. With the Tower, it's like zap, and you're going to have to make an adjustment, and that's what's on your mind, because there's your Five of Pentacles. Now, again, this can be global. It isn't just you, but it's happening, and it can be suddenly. It could be loss of benefits. It could be loss of a job. It could be higher prices. So if there are some financial constraints that are going to be coming up. Be prepared for them. Because what happens here, see, there's another warning, is the Queen of Cups can represent a love interest, can represent home, and here's the Ten of Swords. Now it's reversed, which means that it is not as severe, that it means that you are healing, you're going to heal from it. But you're very aware what happened. It could be a breakup of a home, breakup of a relationship, you've got your devil, which can be a disagreement. So that's coming just right up. Spirit's telling me, because I get someone, this is, and I put myself, because I'm an empath also. It's like, oh my gosh, what a month. We've got the devil card. We have the financial loss with the Five of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Swords. So we have cards which can tend to be a little bit, show challenges coming up. However, part of that is that your spirit guides are with you throughout this. Ask for help. Ask for clarity. And sort of like move forward from that. That whatever this lesson is, because you're on the learning planet, you did pick it, and sort of like get it out of the way, and be prepared that there might be some disagreements coming up. There might be some financial losses. If you're thinking about finances, tuck some money away. Have like a little emergency. Now, I listened to a psychic in the springtime who warned that we were going to have shortages, and that price of food was going to go up, and our income was going to go down, and to stock up. I did stock up. And so I have a lot of basics in cans, for example, beans, rice, tuna. I have things that I could have. I probably have 3 months of food that I could use if I'm prudent with it. Because, it's going to create good habits that from the 1920s, which was the big depression of the U.S., I'm a child of that generation. I'm over that. My parents were a couple married in that era, and they learned how to stretch food, how to use a basic, and there's lots of people that do that already. And there was also the habit that they had of a 30-day emergency shelf, 30 days of food that they could use during an emergency. So it's creating good habits and learning to be more of a guardian, a keeper of our resources. And through that, then we can carry on. So it's important to make these decisions. The other thing that Spirit's been telling me through all the readings this month is that, especially in the U.S., but in other countries too, that the shortage of food, or like in the U.S., the SNAP benefits are gone, but people are coming together to form a community to help those that are affected by it. Food banks are sprouting up, home deliveries of food for the seniors and disabled. People are randomly chipping in on groceries of maybe somebody that's standing in front of you in the grocery line. Or there are apps where you can order a meal and it will be delivered to someone. Doesn't have to be someone you know. What it's doing, it is forming in the collective that we are. It is expressing the universal consciousness of love, replacing the fear with love, and seeing that we have more in common, and to build on that and form that community and empathy for those around us. So, we're on the universal reset. We're just starting it right now, but there's some habits that we can learn from this. So when you look at what's going on, see if you can help someone. Now, if you can't, if you are the one who needs some help, there's nothing wrong with asking for help. Because, in the Bible, there's also an oracle card about giving and receiving. But there is that verse about it's better to give than receive. But however, what if everybody just wanted to give and there was no one to receive? So we learn through the exchange. See that through that we are looking at what we have in common and forming that collective. That's what it's doing, is it's forming the love collective. And it's replacing fear with love. That's what's coming through this. And if you can help someone, great. And carry that forward. Kindness, be kind, and help someone if they need help. There's different ways that you can show that help to someone that you may or may not know. And it is and increasing the energy within the collective, which is expressing the source. Now, at the base, we have this being reflective, and then we have here the Wheel of Fortune, trusting in the universe, with the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands indicates that it was a lesson that you learned and you can move forward. Check. Maybe it was disagreements. Maybe it's adjusting to the changes. But this is the tools that you're bringing from that, and then trusting in the universe. You're not alone. And all you have to do is ask your spirit guides, hey, I need help. And it can be that the spirit guides, it can be that you might get a job, or a sign of someone will be there to help you. Then we have here, the Emperor is the government and rapid changes. So in other words, there's rapid changes going on around you related to a decision of a government official, like a judge. Could be government, but there's rapid changes going on around you. Then, see, we had the Devil card. We had the Lovers. We had, a lot of these challenge. Oh, the Ten of Swords, but it's reversed. Now we have here the Death card and partnership. Now the Death card, I will repeat this, that the Death card it is not death. It's a renewal, a beginning, and an ending, and you're looking at the future. So what this is really saying is that you are ending a chapter, and you're going to be moving forward. And here it is, the partnership, and you're looking at where are you going? What's the next step? The Death card in the old movies, the black and white, or even the black and white hour shows, it would have the Death card, but it would be very dramatic. It would be they go to the fortune teller. What's going on with her? Is someone going to get murdered, or who murdered their friend, etc. And you had to have the dramatic music in the background. Well, that's not what this means. This means change. So there's change coming, and you can look at the direction you want to go. You can decide where you want to go. Are you going to operate out of fear, or are you going to operate out of love? Are you going to work collectively, or are you going to work individually? So if it's coming together, and if anything, if we can come together as one, so much the better. And then the final outcome is 2 fours. We have the 4 of Cups with the 4 of Pentacles, and this is you planning your future, staying true to your course of what you want. So even though your cards are indicating like, oh, this doesn't look so good, it's making room and learning a lot. What would be, imagine if everybody worked together, how much we could get done, rather than individually, and I've got mine too bad, on you. But what if it's like that old story that children used to read called Stone Soup. I don't know if you're familiar with that, where someone had a pot. It's a fable that they have a big pot in the village in the middle, and they put a stone in there. In the pot, that's all they put. And then someone says, well, I think I could add, and they put like let's say a carrot in there. Well, I have some beans I could add to that pot. Oh, I have this at my house I can add to it. Everybody added something, and they ended up with soup. They added everything together that they could share. And that's part of where we are right now, is share what you have. Now, I don't go out too much anymore, or I shouldn't say anymore. Right now, that's changing. And I've already donated some pet food to one of the shelters. You can order and have it. You could have pet food delivered to your favorite shelter, because people want to feed their pets too, even though they may not have money. So consider, how can you help? How can you help someone? Or if you don't have any money and someone has a need, well, I'd be glad to watch your kids for an afternoon while you work, or work at the food bank. I can do that. Or I'd be glad to take you down to the food bank. Let's carpool. We'll use my car and we'll go down together. Or, there's all sorts of things that people can benefit from that don't cost you anything. So think of how you can be part of the collective. That's what they're saying. Okay, now let's look at, I'm going to pull 2 oracle cards and the angel answers. Now I want you to think about your angel answers. What do you want answered? And when we pull that card, that will be your answer. Okay. Now I'm also going to post about the positive changes in my life, so you can read that. And I am offering readings now, because I'm able to do that, feeling better. And so on my YouTube page, I have a calendar, times available, and a way for you to make your payment. And it's all just seamless, and then we use Google Meet. So that is something new right now. Let's pull 2 cards. And listen how quiet it is. And I still have my Suzy, who's 16, her owner. I didn't know her owner. She was a Facebook dog, and her owner had to go into a nursing home, so I have Suzy. And then I have, that would be Bella. I have Suzy's the pup I got from the Animal Foundation, the Pound. And I got her in March when she was 9 months old. And then you all remember my little Nena, who's my Portuguese dog that I brought back on the plane. And she was with me by my side when I was having my health issue, which was 2 years. 2 years. So Nena didn't leave my side for those 2 years. She was always with me because she knew Pets do that. Ask anybody who's gone through a major, or not even major, but a crisis, a health crisis, maybe a mental health issue, where things have gone, been a challenge, and our pets will be right there for us because they are of the angelic realm and they are there for us. Okay, now this is the manifest card, so let's see what you're going to manifest, our wonderful Pisces. Okay, and the card is Answers Revealed. Sitting quietly with Spirit helps you find the wisdom you need. Spirit speaks in silence. Spirit speaks in silence. Okay, so it's time to just sit and listen. Listen, what are the signs? Remember I said that Spirit will give you signs and a message. Take time and listen. Now the other one we have is the career card. Right here. And it is freedom. You need to have more flexibility with your schedule and income. Being self-employed is ideal. Time off will help you get clear. So have you considered self-employment? This is an answer for somebody. You wondered, you've been thinking about it. Here's Spirit answering. Signs. Here's a sign. Okay. Now the next one is the angel card. And think of the question that you wanted answered. And here's your angel card. Right here. And what is the answer for you? That car out there doesn't have a muffler. Maybe I could help the collective and go get him a muffler at the used part, at the pull apart. Okay, here we go. Right here. 2 cards. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. So, you had the Hangman. Well, here's the perfect timing. And then the other one is recovery. Recovery. So all is not lost. You will recover and more. Okay. So I want to thank all of you for your support. And from Las Vegas, Suzy, Bella, and Nena and I are sending you light and love.